In tonight's headlines, a section of Lai Chi Kok Road in Cheung Sha Wan still remains closed after a portion of the road caved in, gobbling down a taxi last night. Mainland tourists arrive early for the Golden Week holiday as Hong Kong gears up for an influx of cross-border visitors. And police arrest a 20-year-old man in Sham Shui Po for sexually assaulting multiple victims.
A taxi was trapped in a sinkhole early this morning after a water main burst on Lai Chi Kok Road in Cheung Sha Wan. Part of the Mong Kok-bound stretch near Butterfly Valley Road were still closed due to road subsidence, while one lane has been reopened. The incident happened shortly after midnight. Online footage captured the moment the explosion from the water main unleashed a torrent of water and mud onto the roadway, causing a pothole that kept enlarging. The passing vehicle fell into the hole and tilted, with its rear wheels lifted off the ground, before becoming submerged in the water covering the road. The rushing water continued to crash against the taxi. After about an hour, it was completely underwater, floating helplessly in the pit. Both the driver and the passenger managed to escape just in time and was assisted by police officers to safer areas. I tried to switch to the fast lane after I noticed the road flooding, but then a bus passed by and I slowed to a stop, and then, with a bang, my taxi and I dropped into the hole, the driver recounted. He later reported dizziness and weakness in his limbs and was transported to Caritas Medical Center by ambulance for treatment. Staff from the Water Supplies Department arrived to shut off the water supply around 5 a.m., revealing a sinkhole approximately 8 meters by 4 meters. The taxi was found upside down, its undercarriage coated in mud, with only one side of the wheels visible above the surface. By 9 a.m., the vehicle was hoisted out, but it had sustained severe damage to its front and doors. Excavators and dump trucks were deployed to assist with road cleanup and repair. The fast lane of the stretch has been reopened after emergency repair work, while the rest of the lanes are expected to reopen tomorrow morning. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News. Some mainland tourists opted for early arrival on the weekend ahead of the National Day Golden Week holidays to avoid the crowds, yet to be able to immerse themselves in the vibrant festivities, as the city is expected to brace for over 1.2 million tourists and some 800 tour groups from the mainland during the week. Early arrivals at West Kowloon Station could be seen pulling their suitcases, eager to celebrate the upcoming holidays.
就想感受一下这里国庆节的
I want to experience the National Day atmosphere here and enjoy the fireworks, said this tourist from Hangzhou. Another visitor from Shenzhen shared her enthusiasm. I really like Hong Kong. It's beautiful and fun. I want to soak up the culture among the local architectures. Plus, shopping is great here, she said. Some travelers are opting for a quick visit, planning to leave before the holiday crowds peak. This tourist from Guangzhou said she came early because she could predict a crowded situation, and she would stay at home during the actual holiday. This man said even though he is only here for 2 days, he wants to visit as many places as possible. The tourism industry anticipates that the first day of October will mark a peak in arrival of mainland visitors. Despite the growing number of visa-free travel options, Hong Kong remains an attractive destination for mainland travelers from various regions. Tourism Association Executive Director Timothy Choi said the SAR is special for mainland visitors. They can feel the National Day festive atmosphere along with the feeling of being on holiday, which is not easily found elsewhere. Choi also pointed out that travelers from more distant areas, such as Sichuan and Yunnan province, are likely to extend their stays due to the longer travel times involved. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
Police arrested a 20-year-old man for indecent assault after he allegedly bear-hugged at least 8 female students in Sham Shui Po. The force said they received complaints from 2 secondary school girls on Thursday, saying they were hugged and inappropriately touched by a man while on their way to school that morning. At least 6 other schoolgirls were also similarly assaulted by the same suspect that day, in the vicinity of Guilin Street and Fuqua Street, police said after reviewing CCTV footage. The police spokesman strongly condemned the assault against female students and urged witnesses or those who were similarly assaulted from 7:30 to 8 a.m. that day in the same area to contact them.
A 59-year-old man died after he was suspected of drowning while diving in Taiwan. The man was discovered near the breakwater across from Ka Yip Street. When the police received the report and arrived at the scene at around 2 p.m., the man was unresponsive and in a state of unconsciousness. A private vehicle was parked on the shore, where officers found the victim's identification card and mobile phone. Despite subsequent transport to a nearby hospital, he was pronounced dead upon arrival. The man was reportedly wearing a diving gear at the time of the incident. Investigations into the cause of the accident are ongoing.
Financial Secretary Paul Chan said his recent trip to the United Kingdom and Spain yielded fruitful results as the SAR's third position among global financial centers and its outstanding achievements in innovative technologies were well recognized by local political and business circles through the delegation's promotion. Writing on his weekly blog, the finance chief said, the visits offered a great chance to showcase Hong Kong's economic resilience and business opportunities, while addressing misconceptions held by local politicians, businesses, and investors. Local investors are especially confident in Hong Kong's market, given its strategic position as a gateway to the mainland and the Greater Bay Area, a bigger market they hope to explore and tap into, Chen said. Meanwhile, the steadily improving economy of the city, coupled with the onset of rate-cutting cycle, has also boosted market sentiment. The Hang Seng Index crossed the 20,000 mark for the first time in more than a year on Friday, with the stock market turnover exceeding $445 billion on a record-breaking day for the bourse. He added, moreover, representatives in the delegation from the city's innovative and technology startup sector also had a valuable opportunity to engage in face-to-face conversations with their UK and Spanish counterparts, exploring business prospects and expanding their international reach, Chen noted. Quentin Yang, Cable News. President Xi Jinping presented the highest state honors, the national medals and honorary titles, to recipients at the Great Hall of the People this morning in Beijing, ahead of the 75th founding anniversary of the People's Republic of China, and urged the Chinese public to learn from these role models. 15 individuals were recognized with the prestigious awards and honorary distinctions. Among them were veteran war hero Huang Zhongde, who was awarded the Medal of the Republic, and Dilma Rousseff, president of the New Development Bank and a former Brazilian president, who received the Friendship Medal. In his speech, Xi extended warm congratulations and high respect to the recipients, calling on the Chinese people to learn from heroes and role models to form a mighty force to build a strong China. He also lauded Rousseff as an outstanding representative of China's good old friends, who have shared the same aspirations and stood together with the Chinese people over the past 75 years. China is in a crucial period for building a great modern socialist country in all respects, and achieving national rejuvenation through Chinese modernization, he said, encouraging the Chinese public to strive for extraordinary achievements in ordinary job posts. She also urged people to make contributions to resolving challenges, to development and reform, while safeguarding social harmony and stability. Quentin Yang, Cable News.
Israel has continued to strike targets in the Lebanese capital Beirut even after killing Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah.
את רב המרצחים חסן נסראללה.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the Iran-backed militia group was planning to destroy his country, and Nasrallah's assassination was a turning point in history and essential for achieving military goals. Nasrallah was killed in an Israeli airstrike on Beirut yesterday, along with other senior commanders of Hezbollah. Lebanon has announced 3 days of national mourning. In the Iranian capital Tehran, Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei called on all Muslims to support Hezbollah and make the wicked enemy regret their attack on Lebanon. Although Khamenei did not mention any specific actions, hardliners in his regime will be contemplating some kind of response. Meanwhile, Israel has no intention of slowing down its military campaign against Lebanon. Having deployed a large number of troops and artillery on its northern border, Israel is possibly getting ready for a limited ground offensive in southern Lebanon, which could lead to an all-out war in the Middle East. Sachin Katwi, Cable News. Hurricane Helene was a tropical depression by the time it reached North Carolina yesterday, but the remnants still battered the eastern U.S. state badly, dumping more than 8 inches of rain in a single day. The deluge which followed washed away entire roads, cutting off access to remote areas and hampering relief and rescue efforts. More than 400 roads across the state remain closed, with the mountain town of Asheville largely cut off. Making landfall in Florida 2 days ago as a Category 4 hurricane, Helene moved north through the states of Georgia and the Carolinas, blowing away homes and uprooting trees. Floodwaters engulfed entire towns, leaving thousands of residents stranded. At approximately 675 kilometers wide and initially packing winds of more than 225 kilometers per hour, Helene destroyed entire seaside communities in Florida. The death toll now stands at 63, with an unknown number still unaccounted for. More than 3 million people are left without power, and at least a quarter of them don't have a home to go back to.